Having money gives you options, and options gives you freedom. Oh, I remember the one time I actually understood what this meant. It made me actually look at my finances differently and changed how I managed everything and have a system that will end up giving me options. The worst situation to be in is earning a salary, having money, but still feeling stuck. And that's because a lot of us are just on autopilot. A lot of us obviously are not taught about personal finance. A lot of us are having the ostrich effect of basically burying your whole head in the sand and out of sight, out of mind, not really looking at your finances because you feel like they're going to depress you. And I'm hoping that today I could help you change your mindset when it comes to money and understand that your money gives you options. And having those options is how you achieve freedom. Freedom to make whatever choice you want by literally managing your money and knowing your money and having a clear vision. So today I'm going to break down a system that I use that is quite a system that I've been using, but I'm using a whole different system today. So I'm going to share the screen shortly, and I'm going to share the 3 steps that you need to use every single month through the system in order for you to build those options for yourself through your own money and hopefully reach financial freedom. So as I mentioned, the first thing to start with while you are trying to build your options so that you can reach financial freedom is by having a money management system that works. So this is the system that I have been using, and currently it's on a whole different dashboard, a whole different platform that is also available to you. So you can find it linked on my bio. This is my Organize Your Money. So it's been on a spreadsheet for quite a while, and I've just changed it into a whole new system. But this is the Organize Your Money, and I'm going to set it. I'll walk you through it so that you understand exactly how it works, why it works, and how to use it for yourself. So I'm going to click here on Organize Your Money. So as you open your Organize Your Money dashboard, you can click on Organize Your Money, and then you're going to have all of this available to work with. So the first dashboard we are in here is your monthly budget. Now this is the first step. So step number 1 is to know your numbers. How much is coming in and how much is going out. A lot of people hear budget and they cringe and they're like, oh, I don't want to do a budget. It's very restricting, doesn't work, etc. The simple explanation of what a budget is knowing how much came in and how much went out. But the most important part of that is knowing that out of how much went out, was it a need? Was it a want? Was it taking care of your debt? Or was it taking care of your future, like your savings and your investments? So I'm going to show you through my system. So the first thing here, we're going to look at the salary over here. So the salary that I'm working with, for my salary, the budgeted salary that we had for August was 22,000, but we have actually received 30,000. And then here on add category, you can add another salary. So if you do have another stream of income or a partner or whatever, or you got a bonus, a stock fell payout, anything, you can add it as a income as well, money that comes in. Know exactly how much comes in. So another income of ours, I'm just going to say other income, or I can say side hustle or whatever. We were expecting 4,500, and yes, we cleared 4,500. So there's more income still to come, but I will update as it goes. So for now, I'm going to leave it as is. So far, we are working with 34,500 in the month of August. So then if I drop down here on my expenses, now I've just put a whole bunch of categories, but you can update it as you want. So I'm going to show you how shortly. So I like starting with rent, and then I'm going to put giving over here. With my rent, I do combine it with my utilities. That is why I took it off. I'm going to leave groceries, and I'm going to leave transport and petrol. Insurance, I'm going to edit that to car insurance. And then school and children, I'm going to leave that. Medical aid is part of a stop order through my salary. So I'm going to put life insurance there. Subscriptions, I'm going to take that off. Because I'm going to list my subscriptions individually. So I'm going to put funeral cover, and then eating out, I'll put it at the bottom. So I'm kind of starting with my needs, as you can see. I'm sure you can tell. So under funeral cover, I'm going to put Wi-Fi. And then Ooh, okay, excuse my voice and my throat. Recovering from a very, very bad flu. Okay, so here on entertainment, I'm going to change that to toiletries. Obviously, you're going to put whatever your bills are. And here on personal care, I'm going to start listing subscriptions. So I'm going to start with CapCut. And another subscription of ours is Shopify. And then another one is Teller. Another one is... Actually, I'm going to leave miscellaneous here. And I'm going to add, excuse me, another category, which is Canva. And then we also have Apple Bill. And then we have Gym. And then we have Netflix. I'm going to put it together with Prime and Disney. But we don't usually pay for all of it together. But I'm just going to put it together for the category. And I've also got Norma's app. So I'm launching my app, which is basically the BFF that you have on your phone. It's literally a pocket-sized BFF, which is exciting. And I'm using a like this website thing that I can host my app in, so I have to pay for it monthly. And then I'm also going to add laundry and hair and nails. And then I'm going to add allowance, which is usually for the three of us. And then I'm going to add eating out. But we've been so good, guys. We've been so good. We haven't eaten out at all this month, hey? At all. And I'm so happy with our health progress. You know, health has been a big thing for me this year. And I'm finally going all in, which makes me so proud. And then the last category is Linktree. That's a new subscription, actually. Okay, so these are all our bills. If you've watched my budget, you probably know some of my bills now. And now what I'm going to do, I'm going to put how much I'm budgeting on each bill, and then we will categorize them properly. So for rent, I'm budgeting 14,300 each month, including utilities. For giving, it's 1.5. Oops, sorry. For groceries, it is 4,000 rand. For transport, it is 1,000 rand. For car insurance, it is 870. For school, Scala school, so much goes into that school monthly. So I'm going to budget 300 rand this month. Already we have spent 50 rand. And there's another 50 rand as well that we need to give her. But anyways, life insurance 970. Funeral cover is 150. Wi-Fi is 400. Toiletries is a 200 rand budget. I just needed a few top-ups, which are so not that expensive. CapCuts is 100. Usually these subscriptions, the amounts don't usually change. Shopify is around 500. Teller for 40. Miscellaneous, I think let's budget 600 rand. Which I ended up having to get some medication and stuff because of the flu. So I got ACC and all these things. So I've already used some money from miscellaneous. Canva is 150. Apple Bill 230. Gym 700. Disney and Prime or Netflix and Prime is 160. Norma's app, I'm just gonna put 330. Laundry, I'm gonna budget 700. Hair, I'm gonna budget 1,000. Actually getting my hair done tomorrow. Probably do the same thing, I just prefer it. And also getting Scarlett's hair. Nails, I want to budget around 600 rand for nails. Allowance, I'm also going to leave it at 600. Eating out, I'm going to leave it at 0. We're not budgeting to spend a single dime on eating out. Courier guy, I'm going to budget 900. And Linktree 250. I just remembered I'm going to add another category that we've got a birthday that we are going to. So like birthday present. And I don't know, I'm just going to budget 1,000. Okay, so now I have put in all the amounts that I've budgeted. So this is very crucial to do before you get paid, where you list down everything you want to spend money on, and then you list down how much are you wanting to spend in each expense. All right, so now the next step is to choose whether this expense is a need or a want. So I'm just going to quickly do that. So I click here on choose, and rent is a need, giving is a need, groceries is a need, petrol is a need, car insurance is a need, school stuff, it's a need because there's no way of not paying those little fees. Life insurance is a need, and funeral cover is a need, Wi-Fi is a need, toiletries, it's a need, CapCut is a need, Shopify is a need, Teller is a need, miscellaneous is a need, but sometimes it is miscellaneous spending on things I don't need, but they are popping up, so having a miscellaneous budget is a need, so that I don't go over budget. Canva is a need, it's part of my business stuff. Apple is a need. Gym, since I've been so sick, I haven't been to the gym in a week, but I did work out 4 days out of the week at home. So technically, gym is going to start moving to the want category because I've now built the discipline to even work out, even when I'm not at the gym. We started the gym in May, so it's been June, July, August. So it's been 3 months, and I'd say the discipline is built, but I'm going to still keep it as a need because I just need to, burn more fat and increase my muscle more. Disney and all of that is a want. Noma's app is a need. Laundry is a want. We can do our own laundry here. Hair is a need. Nails is a want, even though I love doing my nails. And I don't do fancy nails. I just like my nails put together. And someone actually mentioned it in one of my short videos and said, girl, your nails are always looking good. And I was like, thank you so much for noticing that. I always make sure that they look good. But yeah, allowance is a need, just so it doesn't take us off budget. But hopefully we're going to end up not spending it so we can save that money. But if we need to spend it, then we're not using money that is not in our budget. So it's just like miscellaneous. Eating out is a want. Career guy is a need. Linktree is a need right now, and present is a want. Okay, so now we've categorized everything need and wants, and so far what we have spent money on is rent. So I've only transferred 14,000 for now. So obviously it's telling me here the difference is 300 rand to go. Giving is done, 1.5. Groceries we have only spent. I've got my BFF over here that has all my expenses. Okay, so for groceries we have spent 919, 919, and 740, 1,659 so far in the month of August. So we've got 2,341 rands available in our groceries budget. Petrol, we've put in petrol want so far, 300 rand. Car insurance, 870. School, we've only paid 50 rand. We've got another 50 rand to pay next week. Life insurance, 970. Funeral cover, 150, we've paid that. Wi-Fi, all paid, 400. Toiletries, I'm probably going to buy tomorrow. And then we have paid for Norma's app, 330. Laundry, we've done it once, which was 215. Hair, nails, did the nails, which was 350. Korea guy, eating out. Linktree is paid for. Is there something I'm missing? Oh, here on miscellaneous, we have spent 180. Okay, that is all for now that we have spent on. So far, we have spent 20,000 rands on 20,659 rands on needs and 565 on wants, which is not good. I mean, which is good. It is good. It is good. Most of the money goes to needs. Okay, so the next step is now looking at your debt. So step 1 of knowing how much is coming in, but then how much is going out, is you kind of have an understanding of your bills, and now you need to have a look at your debt. So we're going to go to this tab next, which is the debt freedom tab. Okay, so I click on this and I've got 6 debt tabs that you can use. because I don't want you to focus on all of the debt at once. So pick your top 5 or your top 6. So I've got 2 personal loans, so loan 1 and loan 2 that I'm focusing on. I also do have small credit cards, 2 of them. So credit card 1 and credit card 2. But I'm not going to worry about them for now. So the focus right now is these 2, the 2 loans for me. This is just my method. It makes it easy for me in this madness to be able to focus on one thing at a time. And right now it is the personal loans, which is the biggest chunk of our debt in my family. So starting balance for this personal loan was 81,100 Rand at the beginning of the year. And starting balance for the second loan, I'm just going to round it up to 400,000. When I focus on this one, we will amend the numbers. Current balance is, I'm just going to say 19,800. I'm going to check because I did make a payment on how much we have to go. But I'm just saying 19,800 because this is what we started the month on. So far in the year, we have paid 61,300. And as you can see, it's letting me know that 75% is paid off. You're so close now to paying this debt off. And then this one, current balance, I'm going to leave it at 400,000. Okay, so then now we need to put the interest. So the interest rate for this one is 28.5%. And minimum is 2,400 Rand. That's the minimum payment. And then it shows me that if I just pay the minimum payment, I'm going to pay this off in 10 months. Obviously, that's not the plan. And then if there's any extra that you're putting in, it's going to calculate for you how long will it take. So if I say I'm going to pay an extra 1,000 Rand a month, then it drops it down from 7 months to from 10 months to 7 months. And I'm going to take this off because I will be paying a little bit more. And then for the interest on this one, it's 10% and minimum payment is 6,000 Rand. Okay, so at the top of here, we've got a bit of a holistic overview of your debt. So this is how much debt you have remaining. This is how much you have paid off. And the progress you have made overall is 13%. Okay, so I did make a payment to this debt. So I'm just going to quickly add it over here. We made a payment. We made 3 payments. I'll try and have it on the screen if I can. But I think it was 1,950 in total. Let's see. No, that means it was 2,000. No, 2,050. So another 100 Rand. Yes. So the current balance is 17,750. So that's how much we have to go. And what we've paid so far is 63,350, which is amazing. Okay, so now let's move on to the savings part. Okay, so if I click here on savings, this is just going to show you the savings trackers that you can do. This is just going to show you the saving challenges that you can do. I didn't put too many challenges. I didn't want to overwhelm you. So I've put 2. I've put a 100K saving challenge. And I've put a 52-week savings challenge, and then I've put a no spend challenge. So for example, this month is a 31. Is it 31? It's a 31-day month, so I've added 31 over there. And we had a no spend on the first. We spent money on the second. We had a no spend on the third. Spent on the 4th, spent on the 5th, spent on the 6th, and then didn't spend on the 7th and the 8th. We spent on the 9th, we spent on the 10th, and we didn't spend on the 11th, and on the 12th, and on the 13th. And today is Friday the 14th. We had some payments to make, so we spent over here. Tomorrow we're also going to do over here, which is the 15th. Probably this is when you're watching the video, the 15th. We're going to spend money over here. So hopefully Sunday will be another no spend. So far, as you can see, we've had 7 no spend days. So if you have any money lying around that you want to log, you can also log it over here. So for example, if you say out of the money that I get back from I don't know, my grocery spending every week, I want to put away whatever spare change. And my goal is to save 5,000 Rand in change. So you can actually set your goal, set up that goal. Okay, so let's say we set up that goal of 5,000, just like that. And you received 100, and so out of like your budget of 1,000 Rand in a week, like for example, this week we spent 740 Rand on food. So out of 1,000 Rands, it means we have 260 Rand that we didn't spend. I could actually log that as an entry, and it's showing me that I've saved 260 already. And yeah, I've got a few to go to get to the 5,000. But it's going to update you how much you have saved so far, which this is just your own little seeds that you have just planted. So if I go up here, we've also got the 52-week challenge. It starts at 10 Rand, and then it goes all the way up to 520, and in total you would have saved 13,780. So as you save the 10 Rand, you're planting those little seeds, it's going to update itself, and you will see how much you have saved in total over here. And then lastly, my favorite one, which is one I want to try as soon as I can, is the 100K challenge. So this one is 100 boxes, and each box is worth 1,000 Rand. So you can save this in your whatever account that has good interest, your high yield savings account. And as you save 1,000, you just tick the box. And it's so nice to see, because you can see how much you have saved. And the goal is to fill all of these boxes up, because you would have saved 100K or invested 100K. So now the last part is to have a clear vision of why you are doing this. People without a vision will perish. So having a vision is so important. And how you do that, or how I do that, is having a quarterly reflection, a quarterly reset of knowing, what am I doing this quarter and why am I doing this? So now let's move on to the quarterly reset. Okay, so I'm now in the quarterly reset, and as you can see over here, it's showing you in the month, in this quarter so far, you received the income of this much, and these are your total expenses. But this is how much you've paid in debt, which is 0. And this is how much you have saved, which is 0. This is how much you invested, which is 0. So obviously that is not true. So I go back to my monthly budget, and then I scroll all the way down. And when we get here to the debt payments, you can then update it. So this month on loan 1, I really want to finish that loan. But I'm looking at the month, and I'm looking at the income to come, and I don't see that happening. So I would like to pay 8,000 this month to the loan 1, and that's going to be my only focus. I'm not going to focus on anything else. And so far what we have actually paid is that 2,000 Rand. 2,000 Rand. That's how much we have paid so far. And then on savings for the emergency fund, I am hoping to save another 2,000. We are currently on 8,000 Rand. We want to get to 40,000. And then on sinking funds, I'm just going to edit that. I want to actually give it a name. So it's going to be school fees. And then on short-term savings, I'm also going to call that one like Christmas. But you can edit it, and call it whatever. I'm going to call this one camera. I don't know if I still need a camera. But so for now, I've been saving for a camera, so I'm just going to call it camera. So for school fees, the goal is 42,000. For Christmas, the goal is 12,000. And for a camera, I'm just going to leave it at 20,000, because that is the saving challenge target, So far, what we have actually saved is this month, for emergency fund, I have put away 1,000. For school fees is 3,500. For Christmas is 1,000, and for camera we haven't put anything in. And then when it comes to investments, we invest 1,000. For retirement, it's 1,500. And then if you have any other investments, like maybe a tax-free savings account or anything else, then you can put your budget over there. And so far for investments, we have put away 1,000 and a 1,500. Okay, so now it's going to give you a bit of a visual rep of you have 3,200 remaining this month out of your income. This is your income, this is your expenses, this is your savings, this is your investments, this is how much you've paid in your debt. And yeah, this is a little pie chart of your spending, which is nice to see. And then if we now go to the if we now go back to the quarterly reset, now it has updated how much you actually paid into your debt, into your savings, and your investments. So now my favorite part is your goals and your vision board. So the first, you can add a goal over here. So you can only add up to 5 goals. So I'm going to add goal number 1. And let's say, for example, goal number 1 this quarter. So by end of September, I want to pay off personal loan. So I need 17,750 to pay it off. And currently I haven't added anything there. So I need that by the end of September. So I'm just going to say by the 28th of September. And then another goal is to save emergency fund. The target for that emergency fund for this quarter is to save another 20,000 on top. So currently our emergency fund is sitting at 10. Okay, and I also want that by end of September. Another goal for this quarter is to camera savings, to kind of almost finish them. So in order to finish that saving challenge of 20k, we currently have 9,400 rand saved. So I don't know, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I would like to finish that and then decide if I'm getting a camera or not. And actually for this loan, I'm going to actually put how much we started on and how much we have paid off so far. So we have paid off 63,350. So 63,350. And then that is more motivating when you're like going down rather than focusing on what to go. I prefer it that way. Okay, so these are the goals I'm going to focus on: paying off the loan, saving our emergency fund, and filling up the cash stuffing so that I can focus on just the school fees savings. So I've already done my vision board for the quarter when the month of July started, but I also want to do it on my new money management system, my new Organize My Money dashboard. So if I click over here, I can add the pictures. Okay, so once you have added your vision board, your pictures, so obviously you just click a button and then you find the picture that you want to add. So I'm going to add another picture. I'm going to add this one over here, which kind of looks like this dashboard. So I want to launch this well, if you're watching this, it's already launched, it's already available. And then you can just add whatever is calling you in the quarter, something that you visually would like to see by the end of the quarter. I think I'm also going to add my Money Makeover. If you don't know anything about the Money Makeover, basically on the 4th of September, we've got a Money Makeover challenge. It is a 10-day challenge where we're going to go live on the 4th of September, and I'm going to meet with you and go through day 1 of making over your Money Makeover, and it's going to be focused a lot on your mental mindset when it comes to your money. And then there is day 2, 3, 4, 5 up to 10, where you're going to get videos that are just going to drop on our platform that we're going to be using for you to follow along, and our WhatsApp group where I'll be sending like links and any updates as well. So this is basically the vision I have for this quarter, as you can see. And then you can add any vision goals right here if you want to write all of them down. So I've written some here down. And then we'll come back for a quarterly reset. A quarterly reflection. So once the quarter is done, and just reflect any wins or anything like that. And then on the annual overview, it's just going to show you how much you've saved so far in the year, which year was your best month. Just basically an overview of anything when it comes to your finances. And as you can see, so far we only have August, the income of August, and a bit of a the best month has been August, because so far that's the only month that is updated over here, and the month of the highest spending is still August. Okay, so that is basically it. But what I love now about this is your homepage changes. So your homepage at the beginning looked like, I'm gonna probably have it somewhere over here, but now if we click on home, it has changed. Now it looks like this. So as you can see, now it's more like developed. So it's going to say good afternoon, and it's going to put your name over here if you change the name. So it's going to ask you what should we call you. So I could say something like Nomaz or Skylar or whatever, and you can add it. And as you can see here, it says good afternoon Nomaz. You can also edit the name if you want to, and this is basically your money at a glance now. This is how much you have saved, this is how much debt you have remaining, this is how much income you received this month, this is how much you have spent so far this month, and then it shows you basically out of how much came in, this is how much went out, and this is how much you have remaining. And then it shows you the progress that you're making. So your debt freedom journey, you're at 13% towards that. So the goal is to be at 80%, 90%. Savings goals at 2%. So again, we want that more. And then your monthly budget, you're onto it. So you filled in your budget, and obviously you're still going to fill in your actuals. And then it's going to share some wisdom over here. And yeah, it's just going to kind of make things easy for you to navigate going forward, because it's going to ask you, what would you like to do? And you're like, I'd like to update my debt. And then it's going to send you to the debt page. And then you can go back home and yeah, take it from there. I really hope that you are going to grab this. This is amazing. I love this. I'll have it linked below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. And if you did purchase yours, comment down below with what's your favorite feature about your organized My Money dashboard.